listeners, you're listening to 18 Minutes with Satyal and Silwal. I'm Satyal.
And I'm Silwal, and we're a weekly podcast from the Himalayas.
When it's a Tuesday and it's 7:30, you know it's time for perspectives, conversations, and stories.
58. Count that right, it's 58 episodes.
58, baby. Woo!
As if we give importance to numbers and episodes.
Well, the rumor mill has it that the guests have been ditching us. Was that a joke or did that really happen in the past 2 episodes?
Those have been a running joke that we've been continuously using it because sometimes we're too lazy to go to our guests. And sometimes, it happens that the guests don't find the right time for us. But it's not that we have our guests ditching us, but it's more in terms of Satyal and Silwal just finding out that life happens.
But then, don't worry, we have a guest for you today, and the guest is none other than the Voice Silwal.
Woo!
So this guy has been involved in commercial radio. I'm sure you might have already heard him. If you've not, it's in Radio Nagrik
96.5.
Voice
Nagariko. I'm your Voice Silwal.
So we just wanted to talk about this whole new idea getting into commercial radio from a podcast. So let's just get on with it now then.
Okay, so we've been talking about networks, and I want to go to the beginning of how I joined into commercial radio, and as why Satyal did not come with me to commercial radio. Now, this journey of being on commercial radio started out with one of the episodes we had with one of the veterans of radio, Ashish Shangdin.
The 44th Tuesday, check that out if you haven't already.
Yes, and we did not know how to get in touch with him, but when we eventually did, finding networks and all, thanks to Maske, thanks to Animesh, thanks to a lot of other people who...
You just forgot other people's names. Etc. That's how we used to use etc. at school.
Yes, but etc. should not be used. That's what I reiterate these days. Etc. is not the right word to be used. Now, when we met him for an episode of podcast, he started talking about, if we were interested in doing radio and especially bringing 18 minutes to radio. And somehow or the other, that was about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks ago. I don't know. I'm very bad at mathematics right now. But that's how it started. Ashish Dai was kind enough to be like, do you guys want to be in radio? And this guy, I'm pointing at Satyal right now. This guy did not really go into it. And I am now Voice Silwal for the foreseeable future. So that's how the journey started.
Yeah, that was 14 weeks ago.
Wow.
Just did the math in my head. Woo, I got that right. So, okay, then let's just talk about what were your reasons for joining. Because, like you said, even initially, Ashish Dai wanted us to bring 18 minutes with Satyal and Silwal to Nagrik 96.5. But then the problem was we were at this 18-minute thing.
Yes.
And then that would have to be a minimum of 1 hour. So we'd have to play music and everything in between. And we thought that would kill the essence
Satyal's
of the
playlist is bad. It sucks. It has all the saddest songs in the world and people would be bored to death. That's the real reason why.
Well, the actual reason is, if you've checked them out, there's actually a camera. You can actually see the radio on YouTube, and then we don't have faces for radio. And then Silva was like, I'm going to give this a shot. I think I have face for radio. I said, good luck, son. I'm still sticking to that old idea that I don't have face for radio. Anyway, so then that did not happen. Then obviously you talked to Ashish Dai, and then he wanted you to do this show. So what is your show about? Because I've been trying to listen to it or watch it, but then it was wedding weekend. I did not find the time to do it. I'm sorry.
Excuses. People find excuses.
I'm sorry.
If you've seen this meme, it talks about it. There's no such thing as I'm busy. It's about priorities.
I just said that there was this wedding week, and you know who got married, right? A friend of ours got married.
Yay! Shout out to the newlywed couple right now.
Well done, guys. Thanks for inviting us. We had a good time.
Yes, and thank you also for putting pressure on us because you got married really early. And now all our parents are like, that guy is getting married, that guy is married. Now when's your marriage coming up? So, I run this show called Cups and Talks every Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's a morning show. And I also run this show called Request and Recharge on Mondays, 5 to 6 p.m. Now, I have to be honest with you, Cups and Talks is my baby. Mm-hmm. That's the idea. I came up with the whole concept of it. But Request and Recharge is more of a different voice thing. It's pandering to a larger, to get in more listeners. Basically, you request a song and
with the lure of
that, and I think that's what radio and TV
do
is
your
all
friend
about.
get some leeway? I'm here. Hello.
Yes, if you call, a lot of our listeners have been calling in on radio, and I think I've recharged their phones. If I haven't, then just call me up on Mondays 5 to 6
there
p.m.
you go. Yeah.
Now,
and we will link the descriptions.
Yeah.
In the descriptions.
Yes, today I'm the celebrity.
You're the celebrity.
Well, actually, I call celebrity. So
Celebrity, he's a celebrity.
Now, I'll tell you about my show a bit, and then we'll go into why.
Okay.
Now, commercial radio, Cups and Talks, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. every Sundays. Now, this is all about, so there's 24 hours in a day. Good mathematics, I think. And I just, look at everyone else, and there's a lot of complaining happening.
True.
Just about everywhere. And I just want to reduce that complaining for 23 hours, and for that 1 hour I want to talk about positive things,
I like how you put
positive
it.
news. True. And anything and everything that I can find positivity in. Now, I started doing radio because I think I could do something new with radio. Now, what I'm planning to do is I want to bring in random act of kindness, #random act of kindness, where I'll start asking my listeners to do something that will in turn help or benefit their life or the society as a whole, while I will give them something in return for tuning in and being that person. Now, I'm playing at this psychology of two things. First, we want instant gratification, and social media is all the buzz right now. You want to post everything and anything in social media that you do. Now, if I tell you, to go and say thank you to a waiter or make tea for your mom early morning.
Do it and then post it on social media.
Yes, post it. You're getting that gratification that yes, I've been doing something amazing.
And propel somebody else to do it as well.
Yes, and I want to start this buzz. And I'm not saying it will be a success or anything. I just want to see it out. I just want to try things out, and that's my nature. Where I see something new, I jump and see where it goes. If it goes well, awesome. If it does not go well, at least I tried. So
True.
That show is all about positivity, trying to bring in new ideas, and basically it is 50% of 18 minutes because Satyal is not there, and we always reiterate about positivity, and in some ways Cups and Talks is an extension of 18 minutes where I try to enhance that positivity all around. So that's my show. Now, the reason why I want to go into commercial radio is, our podcast has a very niche market. I wouldn't even say a niche market.
That's not even a market. It's niche people who listen to it.
It's a bunch of people who listen to us, and I just wanted to see and try out if I could talk to, or if I could interact with a larger audience where not everyone is as educated or might be as intellectual as the listeners of 18 minutes. Yes,
you guys are.
I am.
Well,
saying all the right words for you right now.
Yeah.
Now, so I wanted to do that.
Unless the other listeners listen to this and.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm not saying anything else, but
you just say that 18 minutes podcast listeners are intellectual.
Don't go into logic right now, Satyal. I am sleep deprived today. Now,
anyway, go on.
Now, having said that, yes. So basically, I'm just going out to see if I could cater to a larger audience. That's the only plan, and I don't imagine myself being in radio for a really long time. I have to be completely honest. This is a fantastic opportunity given by Radio Nagarik, and I'm testing that out and see where it goes. If it goes well. If it does not, it does not.
Okay, one question. I've seen that people who have ventured into radio, they find it hard to get out of it because obviously, you're, like you said, in trying to cater to a larger audience, that sometimes becomes habitual. Now, you're habituated to a lot of people listening to you, being in the spotlight, right? But then that's not new for you because 18 minutes with Satyal and Silwal was already there anyway.
Awesome
but you know what I'm getting at, right?
Yep.
So you become habituated to that attention, and then suddenly it becomes hard to leave that. Do you think that will have any effect on you?
I don't think so. I have a clear head in the sense that I am not trying to make a career out of radio or going into this venture, because a lot of times being a voice, and we try to call ourselves voices, not RGs, because RG is too mainstream and we're trying to make it different. And being the voice for a commercial radio, yes, I will probably get more audience. But the way I see it or the way I feel it is, I still don't think a lot of people listen to me anyways. Because
Okay.
I never had the habit of listening to radio, and I don't expect other people to listen to
suddenly
radio.
start
Yes, to suddenly start
watch
listening to
or
radio.
listen to
Yeah, and my only concern is I just wanted to go live, because this is an edited thing. We sit down, and I already made so many mistakes, and Satyal has edited a lot of them out.
Don't say that, because we still be making a lot of mistakes. They're like, is this your good edit? That'll be like sucky anyway.
Now,
But then that's live.
yeah,
There's
that's
a camera right
that's
in front
live.
of
That there's a camera, and I have to tell you, I have to be honest. I'm spilling all the secrets out. Satyal takes care of everything that goes live when we are recording. Now he is in control of the Mac. I cannot watch the time
because very conscious.
I
it's always face toward me.
yes,
not him. Yeah.
yes, and yeah, that happens. I cannot. He forbids me from using any thing, any device or any pen or any.
Starts
Yes,
fidgeting on all those pens, and
Now
one time he broke a pencil.
yes. That's
We couldn't get that out.
Sorry, even Animax could not do it. Now, he takes care of everything else. Now, right now, it's been 2 weeks now, and I'm trying to learn how to use the console. So there's
Just don't break it. That's all. That's my suggestion.
pretty sure I am.
Radio Nagarik, don't allow this guy to use any of that thing.
Now, I'm using the console. I'm looking at the monitor. I'm trying to find out songs, download them. I'm trying to watch the YouTube live stream and see the comments happening. And there's a lot of commotion going on.
God is happy with you right now. So-
Yes. God is happy with me.
So you're trying to do all of that.
Yeah, I'm trying to do all of that, and maybe I'll be a better multitasker once I get out of it by the end. Now, I'm not saying that I don't love radio or I don't love doing it, because so far the journey has been amazing, and I just have this belief that I don't know what will come out of it, but by the end of it, I'll be like, I was in radio once.
Mm-hmm.
That's my dream, and I see a lot of other voices as well. A lot of us are green and new, and we're helping each other out. There's a community, there's a friendship, there's a group of friends. There's a lot of things happening right, and it just spreads positivity around. I meet a lot of new people that I would never have met in life, and it's just a wonderful experience. That's all about it. Now, enough about me, Satyal. I know we were offered the chance to go into 18 minutes, take 18 minutes to radio. We didn't do that because, come on, it's 18 minutes. Does not make sense to do a 1 hour show. And yeah, just go and tell me why, your reasons as to why you don't want to go. Because as much as we might joke and all, he does have face for radio, and he does have a face for TV as well.
Do I? Okay, first reason was, if it was for me, it's just about doing 80 minutes with Satyal and Silwal, because we had this conversation, I remember that, and you said, I've always wanted to do radio and this could be a good opportunity. I also, at one point in my life, I thought radio would be cool, but then it still is. I'm not trying to say it's not cool, but then what I thought was, we already have a podcast. So if you're looking for a platform to just express ourselves, we already have that. Mm-hmm. So what value would it add going into radio? Yes, networking is a big component. You're meeting a lot of new people, but then because maybe it influenced me that I already knew that you were already joining radio, and then that's how we roll. Wherever you go, you carry 80 minutes of Satyal and Silwal with you. It's the same with me. So that's why I talk about you a lot in the mentorship.
By the way, we are always on for a show in radio. If Janta wants it, we might absolutely.
All the 550 subscribers, please go into radio now and
be like, Satyal, get Satyal and Silwal on a show. That would be amazing.
That was one of the reasons. Another reason would be, I looked around and we talked about this. I feel like radio in itself, monetarily, it's not the best avenue to be earning money from it. So usually what people do is they make a good name out of themselves through radio shows, and then they go out and do emceeing different shows, hosting different events. But then we've done that in the National Speaking Championship, and people had good words for us, but then we were like, this is just a one-off thing, we're not going to do it anyway. So we just said fuck it, and then we just moved on. So we already had that experience as well, so I could not really see where I would be going ahead with this. And given your orientation as well as to how you're saying, I don't really see myself doing this for the long term, and you're just wanting to try this out, I just thought, okay, maybe this is, because Silwal is already doing it, and if 18 minutes with Satyal and Silwal is to benefit from us going to radio, you're already giving us that benefit. So I just thought maybe I just should concentrate on whatever I'm doing right now. So those were my reasons.
Okay, so about the monetary thing, yeah, radio in itself is not financially rewarding enough. It's more about the love for doing it. And
True.
one of the only person who's been on our guest list twice in 18 minutes is Voice Maske.
Yeah.
And he's also gone into radio, and we had this discussion where we talked about it's not about making money right now. It's just about going out and having some fun while we get to do something new.
Right.
And forget about the earnings and everything. It's just about having fun right now,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
increasing our portfolio in the sense that we are educators. So and basically we're not hardcore educators where we talk about physics and science and mathematics, more in terms of speaking and writing and designs and everything. And it made sense for us if we speak.
That makes a lot of sense.
If we, when I say I speak, I not only speak in front of crowds where I give presentations, but I also speak in radio, and that just adds to that portfolio, and that's
Right.
the reason why some of us have gone there.
Okay, I just because we come to the end of the podcast this episode.
I've been the celebrity today.
It's been 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
Since you've been doing this. Quick observations: how has life changed since you've gotten into radio?
It's been more hectic, as you already know. Okay, 18 minutes of content, you still have to prepare for it. But a lot of times we are impromptu people. We do it on the go. But doing a 1 hour show, I really have to think about the content beforehand. And because it's also live, I have to think 10 seconds before what I say I'm going to say. So while I'm saying something, I have to be prepared of the next thing that I'll already be saying, and there is no edits.
Right.
And I have to be very mindful and careful about the words that I use, because I will be...
Is it up for review after you've done it?
It goes live, but Ashish Dai and the bosses at Nagari do listen to it, and I think they will have feedbacks. And they were giving us feedbacks a few days ago, so I think they are listening to it, and it is up for review as well, because we are, as I said, we are new and green, and we do not know the nuances of how to do a complete radio show without pitfalls, without falling. And I have been tripping a lot. All the technical stuffs, it boggles my mind, but I'm trying to grasp it. And as I said, I relate it with 18 minutes, the beginning of it, the first few episodes. The first few episodes weren't as good because we're still trying to find our feet, and it took us around 5 or 6 or 7 episodes. I'm bad with mathematics right now. I'm counting a lot of numbers today, but it took us some time to get our holdings and start producing shows that made sense for a lot of us. So it's the same thing with me right now. I see parallels where the first few shows, I think I'm trying to learn the new ways of doing presentation, and hopefully by the end of it I'll come out stronger, I'll come out better. So that's the whole idea.
Okay, thank you, guest Silwal. It's great having you on the show.
I would like to thank Satyal and Silwal for giving me this.
We're running out of time.
Oh,
so
shit!
We don't want that. Okay, guys, we'll be back again next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. And if you have anyone who you think will be a good guest for us, or including yourself, if you think you have an interesting perspective to share, we'd love to have you on the show. Please write to us and tell us what unique perspective or conversation or story you want to add. And then, we'd love to have you there.
It's never too late to start.